our walk. It's raining. Okay, I think we're finally ready. It takes a while to, prepare to go for a walk. So it's been pretty cold out. We actually did get some snow last week, and the winds are pretty strong for April. Yeah, so I said this on my channel before, but I don't complain about Dutch weather. I've lived in a climate, in California where pretty much I was putting duct tape like on the corners of my doors, like here and my windows. That was an actual suggestion on the news to not have smoke in your house during wildfire season. So yeah, I can't complain. I won't complain if I can go outside and have clean air. So yeah, I'm pretty much thriving. I was supposed to have been born in this country, you guys. I hate sunshine. Something about me, I worked night shift for a long time, a couple of years. You're trying to get out? Yeah. And so I would work at night and then sleep during the day. So I swear during those years, I just evolved into a vampire and now I hate sunshine. Okay, so I have everything. Something very unusual when I moved here that I found as an American, the doors lock automatically. And I don't know, I don't really like that. When I first got here, I actually had like a really bad nightmare that I had stepped outside to grab something, like a package, and then my son, the door fell behind me and then my son was stuck in the apartment by himself. So I always make sure I double, triple check now that I have keys just because of that nightmare. I don't know. In America, doors, they don't lock unless you lock it. So I found this kind of unusual. Let's go. See how green everything looks? It's so pretty. It's pretty windy though. Yeah, so pretty much the only time that we don't go outside is if Dutch people tell me not to go outside. If they'll put out like a code orange or something. So then we don't. If Dutch people tell you not to go outside, that means something is actually happening. What did you do? You don't want him? Can you even see? Hi guys, I just wanted to sit down and let you guys know how I'm doing, and also I wanted to respond to a few comments on my channel. So we're doing okay. I'm doing okay. I can't say I'm doing great because something about me that I hate, I'm very transparent. My expression, you can always tell kind of how I'm really doing. And yeah, so I have to be honest, I am just going through kind of a homesick phase right now. I think that's normal to go through. And seeing that it's April and we got here in December, I guess I just pictured us being more settled by now. My visa paperwork is taking forever. In my mind, I had all of these goals that I wanted to accomplish this year, not just taking my language course, but I really wanted to maybe volunteer for the Rota Kraus or something and get my son set up in daycare. So it's just kind of looking more and more like some of those might not be able to happen just because of, how slow things happen here. I mean, the system works, but it can take forever sometimes. And IND actually told me they were gonna start paying me 20 euros a day because they're so overdue on my residency decision. I was kind of like, you guys would rather pay me 20 euros a day rather than just give me my work permit because ours is a pretty textbook case with my husband being a citizen and everything. So, yeah, but that's something that I am really, really working on, is just becoming a more patient person and just living each day as it comes, and not worrying too much about the future. So it's all good. Okay, let's read some comments. So this person's asking about Sioux culture in the States. She had commented on my video about being a nurse in America and how the hospitals handle medical errors. This is actually really big news right now in America, is the RaDonda Vaught case. So this was an American nurse who made a fatal medical error. She was supposed to give, I believe, a mild sedative, Versed, and she ended up giving a paralytic. The patient did die. However, she did everything she could. She immediately noticed her error. She was honest. She was upfront. And she is going to jail for up to 6 years for negligent homicide. So I'm very concerned about this case. In the past, healthcare professionals have just been given professional consequences. So they'll lose their license, they'll pay fines, stuff like that. But it's very rare that there has ever been a criminal prosecution for a medical error. So I think this has really messed with, nurses' morale, and we're very concerned because this is going down a path of criminalizing medical errors. I understand the public wants justice, they want accountability, but they don't understand what this is going to do to patient safety, because we really rely on nurses being comfortable to come forward and be honest with their errors. And now if they think they're going to jail for 6 years, they could be going to jail. They will never do that. Usually when an error occurs, it's a combination of both human, factor, but also the hospital needs to take responsibility. So one of the biggest issues that I remember is alarm fatigue. It's actually studied. Nurses are basically so many noises and alerts in your face all day. And for stupid things, I would pull paracetamol, huge alert, watch out, this could do this. Like, can you please only alert us if something is actually dangerous? Because we just don't even notice it anymore. The nursing community is just very shaken up right now because I'm like, wow, that could have been me. To answer your question, the hospitals should be backing you up with their insurance, because usually at least some of the fault lies with them as well. Now, I don't know if this nurse was in overtime or not, but I know a lot of nurses that actually will pay for their own personal liability insurance, and I think that's a really good idea, given this case, given the outcome of this case. I'm getting all these emails lately on LinkedIn, just this absurd amount of money that hospitals are offering right now, $20,000 sign-on bonuses just to get nurses to work for them. And, people are just leaving the field left and right now. And hospitals are wondering why. I mean, you think that throwing money at us will solve these issues? We don't want your money. Like, listen to us, why we're leaving the field. We care about patient safety, and we care about fair working hours, and being protected, and not using nurses as scapegoats. Next question is, have you given any thought to your positive reception as an immigrant is mostly due to you being white? Yes, absolutely. I often think about just even being able to speak English, how much privilege that is. And there's people who come here who don't know Dutch or English, and they have to figure it out. So yeah, I mean, if you don't think I know that, please, I absolutely know that. And I also want to touch on the distinction between the words expat and immigrant. So I learned that a lot of people of color basically feel like white people, white Americans are moving here and calling themselves an expat and not an immigrant, when, you know, Asians, Arabs, they come here and they're immediately just labeled an immigrant. And so, yeah, after that was pointed out to me, I definitely can see that's true. And I kind of was like, I feel bad about naming my channel Expat Ellen, but just know that that wasn't my intention. And I literally just thought that it sounded better with the 2 E's. So, but I refer to myself as an immigrant all the time on my channel because that's literally what I am. So please feel free to call me that. And yeah, so I definitely recognize my privilege for sure. Okay, next comment. We need Mexican food in the Netherlands fast. Yo estoy de acuerdo, es muy importante. En mi opinión, yo creo que la gente aquí no sabe que es increíble. There has to be a market for it. There has to be a desire. There has to be an appreciation for Mexican food. And unfortunately, I just think Europeans, they really don't know. But yeah, so I think it's crazy because there's so many other exotic cultures, food here, but I just cannot find a decent burrito. So that is the one thing I will say California has better for sure. I can't even lie about that. But yeah, I miss Mexican food a lot. This is nice. They said, it's correct. You are smiling more often and look happier. The bike in the back. Yeah, that's mine. Tell us how biking is going, please. Yeah, it's going great. I feel a lot more comfortable on my bike. Yeah, it's crazy how you realize how slow being on foot is until you get a bike. I'm like, why didn't I bike more often? You know, like when I would walk and go pick up food and bring it home, my food would be cold, but I will go bike and pick up food and I bring it home and it's hot. And so I just love using my bike. Lately with the winds, I do get a little bit nervous. I'm trying to figure out what the limit is with, you know, the kilometers per hour wind speed, what's kind of the limit of where I would feel comfortable and safe on my bike. But yeah, I think the only issue is just carrying stuff. Like if you're at Albert Heijn and you just buy a few more things than you thought you were going to, and then you're like, shoot, I really don't have room in my basket. And then you're trying to like hold it and bike. That's the only time that I kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable. But other than that, yeah, it's a great bike and I'm enjoying it. Okay, so this guy's hating on California. I'm here for it. What I noticed in Cali, lots of annoying homeless people, road rage is really bad, you guys. People actually get shot over it. I'm not kidding. Bad neighborhoods, terrible roads, yada, yada. Microwave food in restaurants, retired people working. I mean, where's the lie? So shout out to Paul. He thinks the tonation of my voice is annoying. So I do understand that though, because there have been a few people in my life who I've met who I was like, oh God, their voice is really annoying. So I'm sorry about that, Paul, but there is an incredibly simple solution for you. You can unfollow and you don't have to watch my videos. I just think it's funny when like some people will watch a video that no one asked them to watch and they're just like, this sucks. I just want to say that I appreciate all of you guys commenting. It just makes me feel like I have friends in this country and just getting, you know, feeling like I have some kind of a community and getting my questions answered. So it's been fun for me. And yeah, thank you guys for watching and I will see you soon. Bye.